Hello, welcome back to Mini-Modelog. If you've not been here before, I do unboxings for all types of games, and quite recently I did an unboxing for Charlie Victor, which was these awesome coins for Blood Bowl. So I thought we'd have another look at them and show you how they work with some models next to them, so you can actually see what they'd look like on a pitch. The pitch I'm using is the Nurgle pitch from Games Workshop, and I'll be using my Skaven team and my friend Chris's human team for a few examples. So let's take a look at first the kickoff coin, which is this one here. It's basically a heads and tails coin. It just adds to the theme of the game more than anything else, and you can flip this for who goes first or second. So it's actually heads and tentacles. It's a really nice design coin, really solid, made of metal, so it's going to last you and just adds to the thematicness of the game. You've then got the coach coin for when you want to argue calls. Now this can either be sat in your dugout or on the side of the pitch, and just reminds you that you can argue the call, but if you argue the call and get ejected, you can remind yourself you've been ejected and you can't argue any more calls with your out here side. So great pair of coins there just to add to the theme of the game. The next two are very much about being used in game. You've got the foul coin and the ball carrier coin. The first one we'll take a look at is the ball carrier. I'm pretty sure you can see all the squares on the Nurgle pitch there. And I'll be doing a pitch talk real soon about this pitch and others in the GW range. But you can see that this ball carrier token fits perfectly within the squares. It's roughly the right size for the new size squares for Blood Bowl. On one side you've got ball carrier, and on the other you've got loose ball. So whenever you've got a loose ball, you obviously put it on this side. It has the numbers for the scatter, so you then roll the D8 and scatter it accordingly. It's a great coin for that, just that purpose alone. But if you flip it over, and when you've got a ball carrier, let's pop one of my Skaven, typical ball carrier, a gutter runner. It fits perfectly. The 32mm base is the larger size, but you can also fit a 25mm base in there as well. Obviously, if you've got a big guy and he becomes a ball carrier, which doesn't happen very often, but if you're like Alan and like to throw to a Minotaur, do check out Two Drunk Flings, by the way, you might not fit it, but generally it fits 32mm, which is the general Games Workshop size, and of course 25mm, which was the old Games Workshop size. But that's what it looks like on a individual model. I suppose you are now wondering what it looks like when you add models around it. Well, because of the shape, it fits models very well and doesn't hinder the game. As you can see, that doesn't get in the way. Obviously the gutter runner is now surrounded, and if he got hit or blitzed, you move him out the way, flip it over for a loose ball, pop it back in the same place, with the number 2 facing obviously your opponent, roll the dice and scatter accordingly. So you can still see how that loose ball does come into contact. Obviously it moves the models a little bit, but no more than any other token you might use. But what I really like is the fact that when someone has the ball and it's ball carrier up, you can fit the guys around it without too much hassle. That's very similar to how the foul coin works. But on this occasion, if I move these guys down a little bit, say this gutter runner's down there, and this guy's going to foul, you can pop him in the foul token, and now you know who's fouled this turn. It allows you for the rest of the turn to remind yourself that you have fouled, but if you get sent off, you simply flip the coin over, stand your guy in it, and there you go. You know who's sent off. No confusion about whether he was in KO, whether he was a casualty. You know exactly why he's in your dugout, and he'll never get back on the pitch for the rest of the game. I think this is really helpful to point out who's sent off, because I know I've forgotten in games, I'm sure you have too. Those are the 4 coins from the Coins of Corruption. Now let's take a look at the casualty dice. So, as we said in the previous video, casualty dice are brilliant because along with its card, you can quickly roll and find out the result of the casualty. So that gutter runner was only badly hurt. Let's see if he gets anything worse. Dead. So you know straight away he's dead. There's no coming back from that. But that's how the dice work. They're instant. Make that whole procedure of not having to look up what the answer is really, really quick and easy. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the Coins of Corruption. Do go check out the eBay store. If you want to know more about how they work, do check out the description below. I'll see you next time on Mini-Modelog. Thanks for watching.